WNBC. WNBC.
Why the
WNBC. In my mind, I'm hearing. It sounds like I'm saying exactly what you're saying.
No, actually,
WNBC.
Over, man. It's game over. The cars don't work on water.
This is Video Store Clerks. Welcome to the store.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday night, 10 p.m. It is 43 degrees outside, and you are watching WNBC. WVSC? WNBC? WVSC. There we go. There we go. If you have not guessed, tonight we were talking about the 1997 film Private Parts with Howard Stern. Today is a very special day, as it is Chuck Nasty's birthday pick.
Happy birthday!
42 years going strong, boys. 42 years going strong.
Got a lot of catching up to do.
And didn't
Young
Howard
man.
Stern just have a birthday?
Yeah. I didn't know that until last night. I was looking on Facebook and it popped up. I was like, well, that's kind of funny because I didn't know that.
That is pretty funny.
No,
Coinkydink.
it was meant to be then.
Well, like I said, we're going to be doing Private Parts this evening. That sounded dirty. As you can tell, Dave isn't here. Nick Cage here. He figured he wanted to come talk about some Private Parts, so I was like, cool. He's like, they wanted my band in the movie, but they had to pick up AC/DC instead. I don't know. I think he's talking shit. I don't believe the fucking thing the guy says, but I love him to death. Mama Nasty says, happy birthday, son.
Thanks, Mom.
Mama Look a Boo Boo Day.
Does your mom ever like say anything about us calling her Mama Nasty?
No.
Okay. Sounds weird, but I figured she probably understands you, and which means she understands
Oh,
us.
no. Yeah.
We're all fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah. No.
But anyway, tonight we're going to go through some news, do our usual clip of the week, do some ads, let you guys know what Mike's pick is for next week because his birthday was, 3 weeks ago now.
Yeah, what the
So
fuck?
we're playing catch up like we do every year for Mike's birthday because he's the happy Merry Christmas birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're going to get the flock up out of here. So further ado, let's check out some news.
You gonna tell anybody who we are?
Well, I could because Dave's not here.
That would be the polite thing.
I'm Chad Mang.
I'm Chuck Nasty. It's my
Hey
birthday.
now, it's me, Michael Stern. On
Michael Stern.
WVSC.
WVSC.
There you go.
I was thinking that in my head and I had it right earlier, but I've been drinking. Anyway, let's run some news.
For their traffic jam, Jimmy, he's out in our Lynn Solar mobile track, and he's been everywhere from Pennsylvania now down through Towson. Hi, Jimmy. What's the latest?
Hello. Please pull forward to the next speaker.
Hey, is it too early to get a fish sandwich? Oh, next speaker. Hang
I
on.
remember
Oh,
this.
Candace, we live? Whoops. Hey, I've been in the car since 4 o'clock. I'm starving. I'm just getting something real quick. Hey, it's too early to get a fish sandwich?
Okay, well,
Yeah, can I get a fish sandwich?
Gross.
All right. He wants a fish sandwich. Before we run some news and tell you the top 10 Billboard movies this week, Tamara says, happy birthday, Chuckster.
Hey,
Thank you.
what's up,
Your
Tamara?
mama says you were born on Friday the 13th, so she should have known a long time ago you were
Oh,
going to
she
be a
did.
Hamlet.
Oh, yeah, she knows. She knows.
Hell yeah.
She accepts me for all my weirdness. I appreciate it.
That
Love
is
my
good.
mom.
My parents had to as well because I didn't get any non-stranger.
We didn't have a choice.
Yeah, really.
Nope. Love it or leave it. You better gain weight. Anyway, top 10, number 10, David did 2.9 mil this week, doing 75 mil the last 4 weeks. And number 9, Song Sung Blue did 3.1 mil, doing 31.2 mil the last 3 weeks. And SpongeBob did 3.8 mil this week, doing 63.7 the last 4 weeks. And Anaconda did 5 mil the last 3 weeks. It did $54.2 million. Nothing really changed in the bottom 5. Marty Supreme did 7.6 mil this week, doing 70 mil in the last 4. Number 5, newcomer, Greenland 2 Migration did 8.3 opening week. With number 4 being Zootopia 2, did 10 mil this week, doing 379 the last 7 weeks.
What was that last one?
Greenland 2 Migration.
I didn't even know there's a Greenland 1.
Yeah,
I didn't either, but I hear it's good.
Tell you, I don't even know when these movies are coming from anymore.
Nobody does.
No.
Migration.
These movies are stuck here. Yes, we all are. Where are we at? Number 3, The Housemaid did 10.8 mil this week, doing 93.9 the last 4 weeks. And number 2, the newcomer Primate did $11.1 million opening week. Thank you, Mike. Avatar, Fire and Ash. Still nobody I've known has seen this or cares to see it. But anyway, it did 21.5 mil this week, doing 343 mil the last 4.
Real quick, let me just say thank you to my stepfather, Andy, for wishing me a happy birthday. And thank you again to Neil.
You're welcome.
Before we get any further, I don't want to forget,
You're welcome.
I'm curious to see Primate. I think from the trailer,
That shit looks crazy.
It got me interested, and hopefully it delivers.
I've heard mixed bag reviews on it.
Mixed bag, huh?
Yeah, some people say it was really good, and some people were like, I'm excited to see it. And
You're excited.
Angry Chick movie.
Yeah, it looks all right.
Yeah.
Not mad at it, gents. Not mad.
Yeah.
Had a few deaths this week.
That's what I hear.
In the past 24 hours, we've had like 20. Everybody's dying.
We got Scott Adams from
Scatman.
Scatman Scruthers. Scott Adams, age of 68, passed away. Did he create Dilbert?
Yeah.
We all want to watch the Primate film.
I've been waiting for him to make a movie like that for a long time. So,
Primate looks scary, but it looks
We've talked about this. We talked about this with Nope. That was the side bit that got me interested.
Yeah. They should just keep with just that.
But it's a true story. Like, go look it up. I gotta pull this up because I want to get this right. Because there was a woman that had an orangutan and it killed her friend and
ate her face,
her body.
Yeah. And she was on Oprah and it was a whole ordeal. I'm gonna look it up real quick. Keep going.
This is why you don't have animals that shouldn't be pets as pets. Because
I don't know, monkey.
I
want a lion. I mean, what's that say about me?
I want alligators, so I'm no better.
Lions and alligators. Oh my.
Ooh.
Hey.
Charla Nash. Look it up. Charla Nash got attacked by her chimpanzee Travis. And
Travis?
Yeah.
Travis Bickle?
No.
Oh.
Travis the chimpanzee.
Oh,
Pissed off chimpanzee.
Crazy monkeys.
Crazy.
But yeah,
another death this week.
Crazy story.
Yeah, Sean Swayze passed away at the age of 63. Patrick Swayze's brother.
Yeah.
Bummer. And then we just found out John Forte from the Fugees had passed away at the age of 50.
John Forte.
And T.K. Carter, Knowles from The Thing, passed away at the age of 69.
Oh, yeah.
How do you pronounce it? Monaco?
Monaco?
Anyway, she's dead.
Bedside Manor kind of sucks, Chad.
It's from the
Well,
movie.
she's
Calm
dead.
down.
No.
Calm down. It's
I
from the
know.
movie that we're doing.
I know.
And then also, Corrupt is in the hospital for the past couple weeks, I guess, and they have not
Oh.
released anything on him, any kind of information on him at all.
Man, wishing the best to Corrupt, man.
Right?
The dog pound.
All right, so birthdays this week.
Hey.
Yesterday was Rob Zombie's birthday. He turned 61. And also, ironically, it was Howard Stern's 72nd birthday yesterday. So, what the fuck? Well.
Oh, yeah.
Weird.
I mean, I'm not a Grateful Dead guy.
I'm not a Dead fan at all.
But I got to respect them. You know, they do have their place in rock and roll, and he was a very talented musician, so I got to give respect where respect is.
One of my favorite metal songs is by Iron Prostate, and it's called Bring Me the Head of Jerry Garcia. So that's where I stand with the Dead.
I'm sorry. What the fuck did you just say? There's a band called Iron Prostate?
Oh, yeah. You never heard of them? I got the 7
No. I'm very jealous of this name.
They even like during their shows, they like, you can probably find the video on YouTube, but like during their shows, they hold up a head of Jerry Garcia, and the song's called Bring Me the Head of Jerry Garcia.
I need to hear this song.
Now, do you listen
after the show?
Do you listen to that song? Do you listen to that song while you watch Bring Me the Head of Alfredo Garcia?
No, but I was watching an Andy Garcia movie once.
Oh, yeah. Landman.
Oh,
yeah.
Anyway, with the birthdays, the main birthday we have today is Chuck Nasty. Woo! And then we also have Michael Pena, who turned 50, Patrick Dempsey, who turned 60, Julia Louise Dreyfus turned 65.
Hey now.
Dishes are done. Keith Coogan turned 56. And then tomorrow we have Jason Bateman, David Grohl, who both turned 57, and LL Cool J, who turns 58. So happy birthday to all you fuckers out there.
Don't call it a comeback.
Been here for years. At least 4. Other news this week. Sebastian Stan, who played what the fuck was that guy's name? Bucky. He was Bucky in the Captain America joints.
Bucky.
He's going to be in the Batman 2 as Harvey Dent.
Meh.
Meh.
Yeah.
The Buffy continuation series coming out is finally titled as Buffy the New Sunnydale. JP.
Buffy the New Sunnydale.
Yeah, so apparently it's a continuation of the old Buffy. It's not a reboot.
Okay.
Of different characters. It's a fucking mess. I don't know.
If
it's not Christy Swanson and Luke Perry, I don't want it.
I agree.
Burbs trailer dropped for Peacock this week. Coming out February 8th, starring Keke Palmer.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Me either, but at least she's banging.
But we are huge fans of the movie The Burbs here, and that is a movie you just do not touch, in my opinion. I think that they should have just called it something different and just ripped off the whole idea, because like it just, I don't know, it's not going to be anything special like the movie was.
No,
I don't have high hopes.
I think the Burbs is one of those perfect movies, man. It's one you don't have to touch. You don't, like you said. We've talked about this. Yeah, we've talked about this. The classics. All right.
Yeah.
If it's already great, don't try to do anything, because you're not going to do it any better. I don't care.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Right. And they keep trying to fix all kinds of shit that ain't broke.
Doesn't make sense.
I don't get it.
Fucking
get it.
Baba Booey.
So apparently Elijah Wood filmed a Skittles commercial for the Super Bowl.
Oh,
where
that's
he is going to be playing a magical creature delivering Skittles.
Ooh, Skittles.
He said the audacity of the idea is what made him want to do it. I was like, whatever.
Okay. I mean, I like money too. He can just say that.
Yeah, I think that it's Super Bowl money that made
yeah, like just say, hey, they paid me. Don't act like it's something that it
You
ain't.
pay me.
Yeah.
Agreed.
The Burbs was a perfect movie.
Definitely.
So good. And so, in addition to the new Simpsons movie coming out, there's another Simpsons movie coming out based off of Mr. Burns' post-electric play. I didn't. I was out on The Simpsons a long time ago. But
I'm behind about 4 or 5 seasons, but I always love The Simpsons. So
4 or 5. Fuck me.
Yeah.
I'm like triple that.
I mean, they have like 80,000 seasons now.
It's a lot.
It's at least 750 and
5 or some shit.
Yeah. Hey man, I'm for it. I'm for it.
But it's based on a post-apocalyptic time where the only thing that survived is The Simpsons.
Yeah, if you don't have anything to do for the next 10 years, you can just stream, binge watch The Simpsons and Law and Order back to back, and I'll see you in a decade.
And Supernatural, man. Supernatural is fucking 15 seasons, and they're all like 20 episodes, and that's crazy. I watched all of them. It took me months.
I mean, if all I could watch, if I was on a desert island, all I could watch was Simpsons and Law and Order, as long as it's SVU, I'm okay with it.
Dun dun.
I was just thinking that in my head.
Let's all go.
But that is all the news we have for today, gentlemen.
What about the breaking news about Kiefer getting arrested?
Oh, yeah, that just popped off. I didn't even read the article, but that shit cracked me up because I'm like, business as usual. Kiefer flipped out on one of his drivers and some shit happened and he got arrested.
Well, I'm glad the old boy still has a little fight in him. He used to get in
You're a pirate.
Yeah, man. He used to get in trouble like every couple of weeks for being drunk and disorderly. There's that famous video of him like being drunk, like with his shirt off, smoking a cigarette, and he just jumps into that big Christmas tree.
Hell yeah, man. Kiefer's my dude. Kiefer.
Word. Lost Boys. One of the best
and that's the thing too. I keep seeing like him posting. I don't know if it's probably fake book news.
Oh, him with his haircut and stuff.
And him wanting to do like a new Lost Boys and shit. But I mean, that's kind of how he was acting doing Lost Boys. So we'll see what happens.
And then what? Tim Busfield just finally got picked up.
Well, I didn't know about talking about that one. That's crazy.
What is it?
It's disgusting.
Timothy Busfield. Poindexter from Revenge of the Nerds.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
One dude from, what was that show, 30-something?
30-something, yeah. My mom used to watch that show, actually.
Yeah, I did too. I mean, well, I guess my parents did. I just watched it because it was on.
So, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Some pretty...
I saw his video, actually. He was commenting on it. And he was like, I'm going to fight this. This is not real. Da, da, da. And it's like, man, I really hope that it's not real. But it doesn't sound very promising, bro.
Yeah. Some very damning allegations. We'll see what happens with that. But they were looking for him, and they finally... Oh, actually, he turned himself in, I believe, is what they said. So
I'm predicting he's probably going to end up Bud Dwyering himself.
Boy, it sucks. We've always talked about possibly doing Revenge of the Nerds on here, and now it's getting harder and harder.
Right. It's not looking too good. Not looking the best.
Yeah. That's a great character. Yeah. And it's going to suck if the actor turns out to be a piece of shit. So
yeah. Be another somebody else that we liked as kids that end up being
hanging out with Danny Masterson.
Oh Lord!
Apparently, he got moved to a high max security prison today.
I saw that. Yeah. When's he gonna get his ass kicked?
Mm-hmm. Surprised it hasn't happened already.
I'm sure he has.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's not in Gen Pop anywhere.
Hey now.
But anyway, let's jump into some private parts.
that's very
put it right on the subwoofer or on the tweeter. That's all you gotta say. Now, this movie came out in 1997. It was released at Madison Square Garden on February 27th. Released statewide in March 7th, 1977. That's 77? No, or 97.
They went back 20 years.
97.
Let's go back 20 years and release this.
109 minutes, $28 million budget with a $41.2 million gross, which is not great, but I'm sure it's way better than I expected. It's based on Howard Stern's book, The Private Parts, which he wrote in 1993. And if it wasn't for Ivan Reitman, this movie never would have probably got made. And then he is one of the ones that helped acquire director Betty Thomas to do the film.
This that book, man, I remember that being a big thing back then. You know, obviously
I was 12, Mike.
You don't remember that? It was
I remember it all.
It was like a time period where like all these celebrity books were coming out and they were a big deal. Like I remember this one specifically, and the other one that stands out in my mind is the Dennis Rodman book.
Yeah,
because then he was going around dressed like a woman at all these appearances and everything like that, and all that. And I think the same thing with Howard, where he was. There was an appearance where he was dressed up in like a. No, he was wearing. No, maybe that was Rodman. Who was wearing the wedding dress?
That was Rodman.
Was it?
Howard Stern was wearing. He dressed up in it was like a golden, I think, kind of a golden dress thing. His hair was up because I remember the David Letterman episode he was on.
Right.
I used to watch like all kinds of late night when I was a kid. I remember when all that shit was going on.
I don't remember the books. I mean, I remember Rodman's book, but not Howard's coming out.
I remember that,
book, but not whenever it came out.
That was when he was still controversial. You know, people were still throwing a fit about it.
I remember listening to Howard Stern in high school because my buddy had like some kind of XM radio shit, so we listened to him and Jim Rome all the time.
Yeah, well, I was able to actually listen to it a little bit.
That was like in 1998, 99?
I watched the show when they show, you know. I used to watch that shit all the time. Yeah, it was on ABC for a while, and then it was on E. And
yeah.
But the great thing about this film is that obviously there's a lot of creative liberty taken, but it talks about his past. So it's like for guys like us, whenever we first started seeing Howard Stern, it's like you said in the late 90s or whatever, and seeing him on ETV or hearing him on the radio, whatever, you ended up actually seeing him or hearing him at, that was a completely different time. You know, he was so different and over the top. You know, you see kind of glimpses of that in this film, but it touches on his past more so than the career that we knew he had. And now years later, I mean, gosh, you know, he's been doing this for almost 50 years.
Yeah, man.
It's crazy.
You know, it's like he goes from being, you know, a complete nobody. Like I have a lot of respect for Howard Stern for the fact that he kind of started from where he was to not the time, dude. Sorry, phone was ringing. What was I saying? Oh yeah, but you know, he really kind of like had some balls on him when nobody else did, you know, and he got fed up. And you know, there's a part even in the movie where you kind of see it where he's just like, yeah, I'm kind of done with this shit. I'm just gonna do whatever I want to do, and everybody else can kiss my ass. You know, I've always respected that about him. But now, it's like he goes from being the most controversial fucking DJ. And now he's a host on America's Got Talent.
I don't know if he's still doing that or not, but yeah,
he was. I mean, he was not long ago. You know what I mean? It's just kind of it's just crazy. He's still doing the radio show.
Yeah.
So I mean, like he's still doing it, man. So if anybody's got any hate for Stern, you know,
I mean, whenever he switched over to Sirius, I think that kind of was like the down slope. I mean, I don't know.
But he gets away with more on Sirius than he ever did on the other stations.
Well, that's the funny thing is that, you know, now that he moved over to Sirius, he can get away with a lot more, but it's like people don't care anymore. It's a different time, you know, in the late 90s, you know, that all that attitude and this fucking hair. I don't know how people do it. That attitude and over the top crap, you know, Jerry Springer, you know, all that stuff was popular. So now it's like everybody's seen it all. So now it's not as controversial. So it's like, okay, you know, what is he gonna do to top all of that? You know,
if he would have did the shit that he used to do now, he'd get canceled.
Oh, he'd be canceled with a quickness, yo.
Oh yeah. It kind of shows some of that stuff that he would have gotten canceled for in this movie.
Yeah. It's a fun little ride to watch him. I mean, I don't know how accurate it completely is. Like, I'm sure some shit's a bit embellished and shit, but it usually is in those kind of situations. But he definitely lived a crazy fucking life, and he did what he wanted to do, and he accomplished what he was trying to accomplish. So, I mean, fucking kudos to this cat.
Well, it starts off with the MTV Music Awards. They don't show it in the film, but that's what I remember. That whenever he does the Fart Man bit,
and
he came down, and it wasn't John Stamos, it was Luke Perry that was introducing him.
Yeah, all those cameos in the beginning of this is pretty fucking dope.
Yeah, because Perry grabbed his butt cheeks
and MC Hammer and fucking Slash.
What a fucking joke! Yeah, man.
That shit was
Tiny
good.
Tim. This was like Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim's last appearance. Yeah.
That shit was pretty fucking good in the opening, man.
I've never read the book. I don't know if it starts off that way or not, but I hope it does because it's like the perfect like prologue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To kind of just show you, like, it's one of my favorite biopics because it's not boring ever, and you're getting some truth with some stuff. You're also getting the humor side of it, so it's not. There's a little drama in it too. You're kind of getting everything you want in a biopic like this that you would expect, of Howard Stern. And it's just it's so good. It's done so good too, even with the little parts in between, that have like the Howard Stern goes to Washington and all that shit.
All the bits with Baba Booey.
Yeah, Baba Booey. Yeah. Of course, I'm skipping everywhere, but yeah, we'll get to it.
But I mean, it sets it up like perfectly because I feel like there's a lot of people, especially back in the day, whenever they were first introduced to Howard Stern, it was in a similar fashion where they hear about him and how crazy he is. So they listen, they hear him doing all this, disgusting stuff or whatever, and it's like whenever he's on the plane with the woman, he's like, oh, this woman automatically hates me, but she doesn't even know me, and he, it goes into the film being him telling his story to this woman, and
to where you forget what you actually forget until the end that any of that's going on,
right?
Yeah.
But they set it up so great because I feel like a lot of people were that way, where it's like, okay, oh, this guy's just a shock jock, being disgusting over the top, but it's like he like you said, he grows on you like a fungus.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, going back and rewatching this, I forgot how funny this movie really was. Like, it's been fucking shit. I couldn't even tell you. Probably close to 20 years since I've seen that shit.
Yeah.
It's been a little bit since I watched it. I rewatched it last night, and I see, because the thing is, before I saw this movie, I owned the soundtrack, and I love this soundtrack.
Not a bad soundtrack.
Yeah, it's so. It actually has one of my favorite Manson songs on it, which you can't find on Spotify. They took it off, but the "Suck for Your Solution," and it also has the Howard Stern doing the song himself. I'm a tortured man, and then it was when Rob Zombie first started doing solo stuff. Because I have it on VHS. I taped it when Private Parts came out, and they had that big thing on MTV. Where they had like the bands playing, like Porno for Pyros played, and Rob Zombie played. It was the first time he had played live without White Zombie, and Manson was on there back. Him and Twiggy were on there back when they were really cool, and man, it was a good time. But yeah, that sounds so fucking killer.
That was one of the great things about the Howard Stern show was they were so willing to bring on pretty much anybody. So you would see a lot of cool bands that you wouldn't see maybe on MTV or elsewhere, because Howard and them guys, the way they looked at it is, either this is going to be a cool act or it's going to be a shitty act and we can make fun of it. Yeah. So it was always like a win-win. Like, like what Corey Feldman, one of his first performances on there.
Yeah.
And they had fun with that. So, I mean, there's a number, there's so many years, there's so many
games, like the game shows, the skits. I mean, and the Corey Feldman thing, I remember when they had him on there with his dad, and they kind of grilled him on there, and it was like a live taping somewhere, or something, and like Howard Stern just he if somebody has an interesting story, he always would bring them on. And when it came to music, man, like I'm a huge Type O Negative fan. And Type O Negative, was on there, and they did Cinnamon Girl, their version of Cinnamon Girl, and and ICP was on there, and that whole, and some classic moments in rock, and one of them was ICP versus Sharon Osbourne. You know what I mean? Like, there's so much. Anybody would be on there, and just like one of the things that I always like just blew my mind was the stuff that they would do. They'd have like the fucking KKK members versus like fucking rabbis, and just like all this weird shit that would not go over great these days. But man, it was just. It was also the first place where I heard of Yucko the Clown. And that's another thing, is all the different characters that they,
the Whack Pack.
Yeah. Artie,
See, I always loved all the shit I was sending in the chat the other day when all the shit with Iron Sheik. Because fucking Stern would get Sheik going like no other.
Yeah.
Sheik would flip the fuck out. That shit I was watching that shit for hours the other night, just fucking cracking the fuck up with Sheik just going on his little fucking rants like, fuck you, Randy Savage. Like, that shit had me fucking crying.
But it's great that he had all these characters on there, because there would be no other platform that would allow these people to become stars or like infamous like he did. And everybody's like, well, he's just exploiting these people and everything like that. I mean, to a degree, but at the same time, he's giving them an opportunity that nobody else ever would. So it's like this is the way these people are, whatever, they're dealing with Stuttering John, whatever,
Hank, the angry drunk
dwarf, it's not like,
rest in peace.
It's not like that's how they really are. They're flawed human beings.
Beetlejuice.
That we're never going to have a worldwide platform unless Howard gave it to them.
Yeah.
So, I think all those people appreciate it, and they don't look at it as like, hey, this guy was just using us, as the butt of a joke.
Well, there's a reason why, like, when we watch the live tape, like the show that was on, and the music that would come on, it was basically like a sideshow, like kind of music, because it's a freak show. That's kind of how it always went with Howard. Yeah. And even though like he would rib everybody, that would come on and all that shit, but like he appreciated all the people that would come on, like even though he would give them shit and everything, but like he appreciated them, like he he likes these guys and all that stuff. But he would ask and ask some crazy ass questions sometimes that nobody else was brave enough to ask, to the point where it's actually like unhinged sometimes, but cringy. But
oh my gosh, he introduced you to some interesting characters. He'd bring like homeless guys in off the street, and then fucking just talk to them guys, and then fucking Beetlejuice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this fucking clown.
That was the first time that Slipknot was seen on like major stations and shit, because they came up because ICP was up there.
Yeah.
And and that was the whole thing. They're like, these guys, whatever. And like, that was the first time we ever really got a look at Slipknot, like in a mainstream kind of setting, like he I don't know. I always enjoyed like the different people, the different characters, like the oddities, if you will, that he would have on there.
You could definitely tell the parallels between him and
same.
Yeah. Parallels between him and like Jerry Springer, where they're bringing on people where you want confrontation, because it's going to give you ratings, because these people are going to pop off on each other, and it's going to be hilarious. So
yeah.
And lesbians equal ratings. I don't know if you know this or not.
It's true story. See, I always liked how they also like had the team in the film playing themselves at a young age that they shouldn't have played.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, I was watching a few different things with Howard Stern today and yesterday, well, actually all weekend, but he was saying, like, originally, like, they kept putting all these different fucking scripts in front of him, and he kept fucking rejecting them and everything, so they were, like, getting pissed about everything, so they were almost ready to not let him play himself, and they were going to have Jeff Goldblum play Howard Stern.
Yeah.
And I was like, I want to see that fucking movie.
That would be interesting, yeah. I can see the at that time I can see the resemblance a little bit, but
that'd be fucking gold.
That would be kind of funny, actually. Yeah, I think it was great that they, yeah, I think it was great that he played himself like younger and all that. It added to the comic element. You know, he even mentions it in the the movie. He's like, I may look like I'm older than whatever the hell, but like it kind of works.
Pretty much.
Well, for obviously the college part, he's way too old. But I mean, whenever you get into the stuff where he's actually in the radio stations as DJ and work and everything, he's got the shorter hair and the mustache. If you look at older pictures, he looks almost exactly like that. So, there's very good resemblances at points in this film. Even with Robin and Fred, I feel like Fred never ages. He always looks the same.
He looks the same.
He has looked the same ever since he was a fucking youngster.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's another thing that was I love the fact that it actually shows Robin being a big part of, like, I love their whole dynamic. Like, it really shows they just have kind of the perfect like duo quality, banter back and forth and all that. It's actually one of my favorite scenes is when she first comes in to work and he starts talking to her and all that, and they kind of play off each other. And I don't know, it's just kind of a cool moment in the film.
Yeah. Oh, you reminded me whenever you said that. It is now 10:37 and it is 40 degrees outside.
You're supposed to give me
every 15 minutes. That seems a little fucking over, doesn't it?
Yeah. You're supposed to give some kind of like depressing thing.
15 minutes.
You're supposed to give some depressing news before you say it. That's
that was the bit, because it's like, okay, this guy keeps trying to fuck with him, the programmer or whatever for the station. So he's like, oh yeah, I want the time and the temperature every so often. And he's like, well, this guy's going to keep giving me all these demands or whatever. I'm going to mess with him. So
my grandmother died last.
And my grandmother died.
Well, that was the thing too. He
went through the windshield.
He said 4 times every 15 minutes. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
Yeah.
Like who cares?
Every 5 minutes, you're fucking 4 minutes. You're blasting out a fucking update. Like,
he's just messing with him.
Well, actually, it's like it's usually like a thing like for when you come back, like when you go to break and come back, go to commercial and come back. That way, everybody who just kind of tunes in knows what's going on. Like that's just something they do.
That's a lot.
Her head went through the windshield. By the way, it's 10:37 and 27 degrees out. Just telling the most depressing story, and it's like, okay, oh yeah, I have to tell you the time and the temperature.
And it's funny, it's like the program director guy just kind of like looks out the door, and he's just like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing it, so I can't give him shit, but he's doing it wrong. So fucking angry.
But you see early on his inspiration to even get in the business, his father, who worked in radio. You get that little interaction where he's a kid and he goes with his dad to work, and he gets to see this guy flipping out, and his dad calms him down, and it just kind of mesmerizes him, like, the ability to do something like that, and then completely get back on the air. What was his name? I don't remember, but anyway, yeah, he's just taken back by that, and that's his inspiration to want to get into it. And it's like he goes off to college, and he tells his parents, he's like, look, I want to be on radio. And they're like, all right, they got a program up here. So they always supported him, which was great.
Yeah, I love the whole thing about where he's talking about his dad. And he's like, Howard, you want to be on the radio, but you don't ever say anything. He's like, yeah, this only coming from a man that told me to shut up about 100 times. Yeah. Or about 1,000 times in my life or whatever. The thing is like, I've done audio podcasts. I've done video podcasts, obviously, and all that. And I always wanted to be a disc jockey. Yeah. As a kid, my dad was a disc jockey in college. And as a kid, my dad would listen to his episodes, and that kind of hooked me. And then Pump Up the Volume was one that I got hooked on. I was like, man, it'd be cool to be just guy just telling your shit. And then Howard Stern, like, there's something just always just that the controversial side of it. You know,
I wish we could play music on here. You know, just like that. Like take a break and play some cool music or something like that. But they hit us with the damn copyrights left and right. We can't do the shit we want to do.
Yeah, yeah. But you know, I do love the fact that Howard Stern's parents were actually, even though his dad was like a little weary about it, we're supportive about it. You know, and I also like the fact that his dad had an influence on that.
Chad, did you know Howard was half Negro?
I did. His mother told me.
That fucking scene. Oh, are we really?
She was like,
yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
His friends just kind of shut up in the back.
Well, yeah, because they're saying stupid shit. I mean, that's how it was back then. But at least in the story, his mom kind of puts an end to it. Like, you're saying something bad about those people. You're saying stuff bad about us.
His mom cracks me up.
Yeah.
These stories.
Well, she kind of actually reminds me of my mom a little bit, because like mom will be the kind of person that will go to bat for you. Like if she likes you, if she's cool with you, she'll do whatever she can to like make sure that like she can stand up for you. I don't know if my mom would actually lie about something like that, but like it's the whole point.
How are you smoking? No, Mom, not smoking in here.
But I think that scene's a testament kind of to who Howard is, because it's like you said, his relationship with Robin. He's not, it's when there's so many different people out there where it's like you got a relationship. It's like, oh, he's white and she's black and bliss and that. It's like there was never any kind of divide there. It's like as soon as he meets Robin, it's like they are thick as thieves.
Oh, yeah.
And it's never ever been about race. He went to that one school where it was predominantly black, and it's like he's just never been that guy that's had an issue with anybody. It didn't matter your race, ethnicity, anything like that. Obviously a lot of the skits he did, especially in the back in the day, were very questionable. If you go back and watch some of that stuff, it would not fly at all. But I mean, right. He's just been one of those people that he's never come across as somebody that's just like it hates any type of person. It's just like, okay, I'm here to entertain, and I don't care who you are. You're welcome on my show.
Oh, yeah.
What's like that one scene later in the film whenever they're eating at the Chinese restaurant, and the guy that plays Uncle Benny in Lethal Weapon 4 comes up, and he's like, "Don't say anything about Chinese people." He's like, "I don't, do I?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I'll bring you egg rolls now."
Yeah. Well, his wife goes, "You might." He's like, "Oh."
Yeah. And he even said, like in that one skit, like in the earlier part, he was like, she's like, listened to your show today. I liked it. And he's like, what about that part where like the Chinese guy wanted to get the Duran tickets or whatever the fuck it was? No. And she's like, no, whenever you were just being yourself. He's like, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah, being himself is what got him where he is,
Right.
Like he is
he was the ultimate rebel.
Yeah. I mean, he was the
at least for radio.
Yeah.
The king of all media.
Yeah.
Like, he was controversial and he didn't care. He's the perfect example of how people should honestly like kind of be in their life. You know what I mean? Like not worrying about bullshit. Like just being like, hey, this is how I feel about shit. It shouldn't be, I'm all about, speaking your mind and being blunt about things. And Howard Stern was the one that was saying shit that people were too afraid to say. He was doing shit that people were too afraid to do. And he owned everybody that fucking was a naysayer to him.
Yeah. Like, I mean, even like, I think kids today would know the name Howard Stern. They might not know who he is or what he looks like, but they would definitely should know the name Howard Stern.
Yeah. You may not agree with the things that he might have said or done on a show or whatever, but like there was heart behind all of it, know? I mean, I'm sure Artie Lang would probably say something different, but because he was so tortured that he had to go do drugs. Whatever. I like Artie, but man, yeah. Anyway, but
we talked about the cast predominantly playing themselves. Now that we mentioned his wife Allison, she's played by Mary McCormick in this film.
Yeah,
she's gorgeous.
Oh yeah,
she's a cutie. Yeah, she's a cutie.
She does a great job too. You know, she's been in so much stuff over the years, and this is just one of those ones that I think originally she didn't even want to take the role. They were saying that she auditioned for it because she wanted to meet the casting director, I believe, or was it the director? I can't remember. I think it was the director, Betty Thomas, and she wanted to meet her, and she was like, look, you know, I have no interest in this role. I just kind of wanted to meet you or whatever. And she was like, well, you know, because she was like exactly like that woman in the film at the beginning, where she was kind of, you know, put off by Howard Stern and didn't really know anything about him. And she's like, well, go ahead and listen to the show and tell me what you think. And then she started listening to the show and talked to Howard, and you know, she liked him. So
I watched the thing the other day where Howard Stern was talking about that, and he was talking to Paul Giamatti. It was just a clip that runs through because I watch Howard Stern all the time.
Sure.
And they were talking about how she was talking to somebody, a friend of hers or another actor or whatever, and she's like, well, I don't know, you know, if I should do this or not. You know, it might affect my career, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, your career?
What career?
What career? Yeah, like, you don't have a career yet. Do it. You know, same with Paul Giamatti. It was his first big movie, you know?
So your mom and Andy were dating whenever this came out.
Yeah. Hey now. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah. That was around the time that I got the soundtrack. Yeah.
No, I was actually watching a Paul Giamatti thing where he's talking about, I think he was on Howard Stern talking about it, because it was whenever he got nominated for an Oscar or something like 2 years ago. And he was like, I almost didn't take the part. He's like, but then the other person on deck kind of like pushed me into it more. And that was Philip Seymour Hoffman was supposed to be Pig Vomit.
Yeah.
I was like, that's pretty fucking crazy. And then Howard was saying how it's really Pig Virus, not Pig Vomit, but he had to change the name around or whatever for the movie.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah. Paul Giamatti, he said Paul Giamatti.
Because he looks like a pig and makes you want to vomit.
Like he oh.
So fucking good.
Yeah, like he said that he was pretty much the same guy, you know. Yeah. Am I skipping? Am I on delay or anything right now? Or am I good? Am I good right now? Everything good?
I don't know. Something just happened.
I'm not.
I don't know.
So am I?
I noticed some weird shit too, but no, you're fine. Every now and then I keep thinking I see a fly on my screen, but it's Mike's cursor on the thingamajigger.
Mike Ramone over here. Gabba gabba
Hey now.
wee, gabba gabba.
Blaze that.
Hell yeah.
His dancing moves were terrible. He's just like the one fucking program director just kind of like staring at him like, this fucking guy sucks. I like the one program guy, whenever he walks in and the guy, he's like, you were late yesterday. You were late today. You're fired. And he's like,
fuck you.
1,000%.
No, fuck you.
To your asshole's like a
fuck you. Fuck you 1,000%. Fuck your asshole till it's a purple donkey asshole.
Perfect donkey. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck does that even mean?
That's an audio clip on the soundtrack. And like I said, I had the soundtrack before I watched the movie. And
I think Mike's color changed, and that's what fucks things up. He's no longer blue. He's
kind of
magenta.
violet.
I can't tell. I'm wearing these fucking glasses.
I feel like we're seeing through your glasses because everything looks kind of violet or purplish. Like, what the fuck?
You're turning violet, Violet.
Inagata Divina.
Yeah, man.
Just like
the one question I had, though, is the scene whenever he goes to Harvard and that muscular chick is holding the Harvard sign. Is that the Miss Man chick?
No.
No?
the one that passed away recently.
Right. Yeah.
I was wondering that too. It's not her. Okay.
No.
I didn't think it was, but like there's similarities.
I want to say it's Nicole Bass because I know he always
that
had her
might
on the
be.
show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about her.
Well, that's her.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then like Jenna Jameson.
Very young Jenna Jameson.
When Jameson,
Jameson.
Yeah.
Back when she looked very good.
Before Tito Ortiz.
Long before Tito.
You know, she's like all into God and shit now.
Aren't we all?
Good for her.
I mean, I've seen what she's done in her career, and you know, Jesus must be really forgiving. Just saying.
But I mean, his career, you know, he's always struggling to, you know, find his voice. You know, you starting out early, you see the progression where he's just terrible.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he starts, you know, breaking out of his shell. He starts doing all these little bits and everything like that. And I think the thing that really gets it going is when he finally gets to Detroit and meets Fred. And he teams up with him, and they have like such a good relationship where they're doing all the skits back and forth. They're playing the drums and everything like that, and it's just like they clicked automatically. Right. And they've been together ever since. So it's like I said, I love Fred. I love how they portray Fred in the film. You know, how he's just very mild mannered, and it's like
you can read this guy like a piece of wallpaper.
Right, yeah.
Or like whenever he finally decides to leave Detroit, and he's talking to him, and he, you know, because Allison, you know, broke up with him or whatever, and he's like, oh, you know, once I get out there and get set up, I won't forget you, man. And he's like, oh, and he's like just so conflicted because he's dealing with the crap from Allison from the when they did that premiere with that like B movie actress, and.
A moment that I always like scream at the screen almost. Like
what's that?
I mentally scream at the screen at that because it's like he's got a good woman.
Yeah.
You know, like he's got everything he kind of wants and all that shit or whatever, and he cannot give temptation a look away on that. And just like, man, come on, you're a fucking idiot. What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing?
I love that scene because she's like, just wear your underwear. It's the same thing as a bathing suit or whatever. And like next thing you know, you see Fred disappear and he just comes back in his boxers. He's like, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, that boy, Fred. That boy.
And from my understanding, that's not a true story as far as the Howard end of it. It's been altered. Originally, I think it might have been Howard and Jackie in the tub with an actress, and I think from the rumors it was Jessica Hahn back in the day.
Oh, okay.
And I think Jackie was the one that was in the position of Howard because he ends up. I think they ended up talking about it on air, and Jackie's wife found out about it and flipped out, and it was a whole big ordeal back then. But no, it wasn't Howard. You know, trying to cheat on his wife. I think it was more Jackie, but
I almost forgot about Jackie actually.
And he's barely he's barely in this film.
Yeah, one scene.
Yeah.
Oh, Jackie the Joke Man.
I was actually kind of shocked. That was one thing I was actually kind of shocked about this movie is that there's not more of, you know, the iconic characters and stuff in it. You know.
Well, like we said, you know, it's more before that. Everything we know, this is before then.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, Gary's not even in the movie until just like the split scenes or whatever, whenever he goes to a different city.
Yeah.
True. Yeah. I would have liked to have seen a sequel.
Hey, so would fucking stuttering fucking Johnny or whatever the fuck his name was.
Stuttering John. Yeah.
He wants to see what happened too. That's like the best post credit scene ever. Whoa! What do you mean this fucking thing's over? It's like he didn't even put me in this motherfucker.
I do have a news update. We have a traffic copter.
Hello, this is Michael Lukabude. I'm reporting from the helicopter. I just want to say, kill the white man. Kill the white man.
Cancel.
Thank you.
Well, me and Angel said that shit all the time back in the day. We even had a megaphone, and DP3 would be on there just blasting that shit, and we'd be fucking laughing at him.
Oh, that shit cracks me up. You know what that Mama Look a Boo Boo Day is from, right? It's that Harry Belafonte song. They actually play it earlier in the film where whenever him and his dad are like driving to work or whatever. That's old Harry Belafonte.
Oh, okay.
Song.
That's funny.
That makes more sense now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Killed the white man. Thank you.
Ew, the white man.
And that's so funny because that's what when he gets to the I don't remember what city it was, but he gets there and he goes in and they insult him. Right? Was that the where the Duke was, and he calls hey Big Bird.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And he's coming in, and so it's like just like I think he says something just like snapped in him, and he decided to just go all out on his first day, and they're sitting there, and the program director's like standing there like smiling and laughing until he like starts hearing everything that he's saying. He's like, "What the fuck?"
My favorite scene in the whole fucking thing. I don't know why. And people are probably gonna hate me before, but whenever him and Allison take the mentally challenged guys to lunch or whatever in the field, and he's playing frisbee with that one dude, and just every time he fucking smacks that frisbee off dude's forehead, that shit kills me. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like it's funny as fuck. Like
Are you ready?
People getting hurt cracks me up anyway, so like that was even better. And then his buddy comes running over and he's like, "Hey Howard," and then like. Boom. The dude throws the frisbee and smacks him in the fucking nose.
That was good. That was good. Maybe next time we'll wait till somebody's looking. All right.
All right. That scene cracks me the fuck up.
Yeah. But then
I was never good at frisbee.
But then the radio decides to switch over to country, and Hop Along Howie wasn't having it.
Horrible.
It's like, I do not understand this music. Maybe someone can explain it to me. I'm like, that's the same way I feel about listening to that shit.
I think I quit. Yeah, I think I quit.
Yeah.
I think I do.
Yeah.
So then he gets picked up. He gets picked up by DC 101 here in Washington, D.C., baby. And that's where he meets Robin. It's all coming together now.
It's a good little story, but that, like the clip that you sent us in our group chat compared to like the way the studio looked there looked way fucking different.
Sure.
Like his little studio was fucking just packed full of all kinds of shit.
No.
He's like, we have letters. We have this. We have that.
I once threw a grenade into a school full of children.
Yeah. You caught me.
And they only counted that as one. And I think that a kill is a kill is a kill. And you should count a kid just as much as you should an adult.
He's like, what were you? Oh, yeah, I was a captain too. In the Army.
What division?
It's like, what do you say? Like the
103rd.
Yeah, something goofy. I'm like, what the fuck?
You can clearly tell that he's exaggerating, it's funny. That makes it even more funnier because he's trying to say all this stuff like
idea.
Yeah, that's the whole thing where it's like earlier whenever he was on the other station.
Night, Mom.
Good night, Mom.
Night, Mama. He's on that other station and he they were doing the ads. They were running the ads and he's trying to promote the one place. And he's going on. He's like, "Oh yeah, we used to go there when I was a kid, and I love this place. They had so much stuff." And he's like, "Oh yeah, the grand opening is this weekend. And they only have one location." It's like, "Oh
yeah, I lied to you all."
Yeah, I think I got caught in
a lie.
I'll never do that again.
Yeah, that shit was pretty funny. But then, like the speaker orgasm shit always cracked me up too. Whenever I was a kid, like. Robin's just like, I don't think this is gonna work.
She likes it.
She did like it.
Oh, yeah.
I got a question. What kind of woman are you to do something like this on the air? Don't answer that. Bad question.
She had some big ass fake cans.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Take old bits.
There was a bad plastic surgery back then.
Well, then like the other scene that cracked me up too is never like the one chick's doing like the lesbian camp scene or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then he's like kind of like just fully like indulged in this story to where he's like picturing stuff and he's like whispering to her. He's like, yeah, I see like some nice white cotton panties and a little tank top. She's like, no, it's a teddy. He's like, oh, you little tease you.
You walk into a room
And then
full
you
of a bunch
open
of
the- you open
lesbians,
the
right?
door.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a full of lesbians, right? And and he's like, oh.
Howard, your wife's on line 3.
Oh, my super sperm.
Yeah.
So yeah, she gets pregnant, and then unfortunately has a miscarriage.
Doesn't.
Yeah. That is a pretty dark. That's probably the
that's a rough
darkest
scene.
moment.
Clumpy Stern.
Oh God. Yeah.
Your mom just wants photos of this kid, so we'll just send her a picture.
And then, of course, he has to go on the air and talk about it and make a bit out of it.
Yeah.
And
It was his way of getting it out, you know.
That didn't go over well.
No.
We all grieve in different ways, you know what I mean? And his way was to kind of just poke fun at it. And that's why
Exactly.
You can see like the resentment once he's done, and then Robin's like, we probably shouldn't talk about this shit. And he's like, nah, it's fine. Then he kind of plays it off, but then you can see like just the regret in his eye, like, fuck me.
Howard, this is God.
Yeah. But like it was his way of like talking about like how mad he was at God over it.
Yeah.
Like
he used to do a lot of weird God sketches. That shit was funny.
Yeah, he did.
He's like, it came out there, I had little tiny feet.
And then the whole time, the people at DC 101 are like losing their fucking minds because, you know, they think they're losing all these sponsors and everything like that. But then they end up picking up all these other sponsors from people that like him. He's like, oh, I get pizza from there all the time or whatever. And then, of course, the deciding factor of all things, the ratings come out. And he's doing great. He's up so many points, and that's when he convinces them to bring in Fred and get the band all together. And the ratings are so good that it catches the attention of New York and WNBC.
Yeah, I just like whenever like Fred's standing there with his suitcase and this big box, and he's just like,
yeah.
Fuck.
I like the scene where all the corporate guys are watching the clip of him. They're like, and the main guy's like, we have him coming here.
DC 101.
It's like, you didn't even bother to look at this guy's tape? No. You're all fired.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you're getting ratings like that, I mean, it's like, oh, if we can get this guy, we can, because he's wiping out everything.
Yeah.
And what was the story that got them pulled into the office, and then they had the conversation of his contract with the 7 words you don't say and everything? He said something kind of fucked up.
I think that was he did the skit with the gargle.
Oh yeah.
Because when he first gets there,
oh no, I swallowed.
So what he gets first to WNBC, you got Kenny, and then you got Pig Vomit, or no wait.
Kenny is Pig Vomit.
What's the other guy's name? I can't remember. Anyway, the older guy that's like
Ron or Rob or something.
Yeah. So it's like they've got in their minds that they're going to try to tame the beast, you know, and they're going to, you know, get him to do things the way they want him to. So it's like as soon as he gets in there, he's like, oh, everything you've been doing down there, DC 101's chicken shit radio. You know, now you're at a real radio station, NBC. And the first thing you got to learn is how to say the call letters properly. And that's the thing, you know, one of the things from the film that always stands out. You know, you say WNBC, you know, anybody that's seen Private Parts knows exactly what you're talking about.
WBSC.
WNBC. WN. We played.
No, Howard, you're not getting it. You got.
Yeah, but I feel like I'm saying it the same way you're saying it.
I'm hearing you saying it.
That's probably one of my favorite roles from him, by the way.
So then he turns it into.
It's funny because like Paul Giamatti was even saying, because like Howard was like, you haven't even looked at a picture of this guy or did any kind of research. He's like, no. He's like, it was the 90s. We didn't have Google and shit. And he's like, right. He's like, but you nailed that part. And he's like, well, only direction I got was to sound like a little Southern accented prick. So that's what I did.
You got, I like it. I like whenever he calls him in, he's like, you goddamn motherfuckers. So fucking mad. Oh, that's the best part is that rivalry between him and Pig Vomit whenever he's in New York, you know, because it's like as soon as, you know, he gets this lesson in the call letters or whatever, he comes up with that bit where he's like, you know, the gay radio host and he's going to gargle with semen in order to properly. Ooga, ooga. Oh my gosh! There she blows. So yeah,
once they get into stipulations, then they play the match game.
Yeah,
the match game. I love the match game on this. That's probably my favorite part of the film is just that whole bit, because it's we say it all the time. We quote it all the time. Only one thing on my mind, Gene. Pussy. Or like
Willow. Blank Willow.
Or like I wrote cock real big, so I got a big cock.
I don't think you can say that on there. Like,
well, she just said pussy, yeah, but big cock coming out of your mouth sounds dirty. But I can't say big cock, but you can say big cock coming out of my mouth.
Well, that sucks.
Did you just say big cock coming out of his mouth sucks? And the whole time you just see pig vomit sitting in his office, just like the steaming.
Doing.
I like whenever they call his wife and he's taking a piss.
Yeah.
He starts running out. Like, oh, he's been really uptight lately. I think he needs more sex.
She's like, oh, that might be it. Like, I don't know.
You violated the sanctity of my home.
That's just so good.
You are the Antichrist. Fucking Howard Stern.
You goddamn motherfuckers.
And then whenever they're giving the tour of DC 101 and the fucking chicks in the booth fucking swallowing a 13-inch kielbasa.
Yeah.
Well, they ended up firing Robin, which I don't think really happened in real life. But in the film, they fire Robin. So then they introduce the new news guy, Ross Buckingham, who's this dry white bread motherfucker. I did a little summer stock. He's very proud of his summer stock. But, and then they bring him in. And, of course, Howard just, like, starts laying into him, just messing with him the whole time.
Were you a Beatles fan?
I will be right back, guys.
Right. So that scene cracks me up. She's like, you got whipped cream on it. And he's like, oh, my God. Oh, my God. She just fucking downs it. And he's like, have you ever seen this in your theater days? He's like, you ever worked with a kielbasa? He's like, no, I haven't.
No. And man, she takes that thing like a champ.
Yeah. It's like that fucking one competitive eater that does that shit all the time on her videos. I'm just like, you got to knock that shit off. She'd be swallowing all kinds of weird shit and pulling it out of her throat.
But it's funny because they're doing the tour at the exact same time. And it's like you see all these people looking in through the glass and they're like, oh my God. And
the reaction on the old lady's face when she like taps her husband, fucking priceless. Because she's just like, oh my God. And he kind of like looks at her like, can you do that?
And he's just all smiling. Like, oh yeah.
The old 13-inch kielbasa. I don't even like kielbasa, but that was impressive.
And the woman that's given the tour is Leslie Bibb. I think that was her first role.
I thought she looked familiar.
Yeah.
Because she almost looks like Phoebe Cates from fucking Gremlins.
Iron Man, Talladega Nights, Law Abiding Citizen. She's been in a lot of stuff, and that was her first role. And I was like, as soon as I seen that, I was like, oh, I know her.
Yeah. Because even fucking the guy that plays Vin, the other guy in the WNBC office, Rennie Santoni.
Yeah.
Like, I know him from a lot of shit too, but I can't fucking put my finger on it. Like even like looking at like his filmography and shit, I was just like, I don't fucking know. Like I know, but I don't know.
No, he's been Cobra, Dirty Harry.
Cobra. I didn't see that one on the list. I didn't go back far enough, apparently.
Yeah, man. A couple of the ones we talked about before on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, that shit was pretty good. Yeah, I used to have a pretty good crush on Robin back in the day. Good looking woman.
The beautifully big-breasted Robin Quivers.
Yeah.
And might I add that you're beautifully big-breasted? No, you may not.
He's like, she's the voice of reasoning. I need her. Like, I wouldn't have done that bit where I called his wife if it wasn't for Robin. Like, we need to get her back. And it's true, though. Like, I mean, even if it didn't happen, though, like just like the fight he put up, because he was just trying to prove his point. Like, because if he would have just quit or whatever, that'd have been bogus. So I mean, he had to put up a fight because he's just that fucking guy.
Well, he knew he's got all
everything.
He's got all the power. So it's like, you know, if you want to put limitations on what I can do, then I'm going to do everything to overcome those. And
like they said too, like if they had to cancel his contract, they'd be paying like him like $500,000. Yeah, $500,000 in the mid '90s, yo, like that was some change
for sure.
So I mean, like he knew like that the only way he was getting out is they fired him, and he was going to get paid for doing nothing but looking for a new job.
Right. He knew
he would have probably went straight back to DC 101 and picked up and been done for.
That's the thing. He knew that, you know, no matter what, he could go somewhere and do his show because it brought in ratings, and it was just a matter of time. It's not like now where you have a platform to stream anytime you want. You know, back then, you had to have a station. You know, WNBC. And Chuck, you were asking earlier why the W beforehand, and that was for all the call letters back in the day. The FCC determined all of the stations to the east of the Mississippi had the W before the call letters, and then all the stations to the west of the Mississippi had a K before it. So a little fun fact there for all you radio heads.
Beer. The more you know.
Weird ass stations too, like WCCC where he met Fred, then WWWW, and then I think he was on what like KXVP or some shit.
Yep.
He definitely been around. He bounced.
But they keep doing all these things to mess with Pig Vomit. Then he finally he thinks he's gonna corral him. He's like, oh, I'm gonna put this, like he's gonna put the bat phone in the room with the one guy that's doing all the calls or the connection and everything like that. I can't remember. Excuse me. So it's like, oh, as soon as this rings, completely drop out and go to the music or whatever. And then it all comes to a head. You know, when we said he has Janet Jameson on there and she gets completely nude and is giving him a massage. And like, and another thing I saw, you know, that I forgot was whenever he's on there talking to her and talking about her massaging him and all that. And then Allison's listening in the car with her friends. The woman in the back seat is Edie Falco.
Oh, wow. Okay. I didn't notice that.
Yeah. Carmela from The Sopranos.
Oh,
and, Nurse Jackie and a number of other things as well.
Your husband's an interesting character. Yeah, it's just for the air.
Yeah. And then they drop off that and go to the music. And he's like, "What's going on? You know, why'd you take us out?" And he's like, "Oh, the phone. They told me if this rings, you know, I got to shut it off." So then I love that interaction where, you know, he marches. He's in his boxers and socks.
Yeah,
he's like marching. He's marching through NBC, going to Kenny's office, and then they get him back on. He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Fred, we're back on live." And he's like, "Yeah, I'm outside Pig Vomit's office." And he's like, "You know, I'm pounding on the door." And like, "Mr. Stern, he's in the middle of a meeting. Oh, what meeting's more important than me or whatever?" And then he opens up the door and he's like, "Wait, I don't see anybody in there. There's what meeting?" And he's like, and then they get into this like confrontation.
It's like the weakest little fight ever.
He hit me. Hit him back. All right, I hit him back.
Fucking smacks fucking Vin in the back with a fucking trophy.
Yeah. He just hit Vin.
That shit's so funny. I like whenever they finally hit number one and then like Pig Vomit goes to his house and he's like, "You can do whatever you want. Like we're good. Like we're fine." He's like, "Fuck you." And he just closes the door. I'm like, "Fuck yeah."
Yeah, because everybody couldn't stand him. You know, that he worked under. There was always some kind of issue. Nobody was cool with it until they saw the ratings, and then everything changed. So
yeah, shit's so fucking good. It's like, you're finally number one. You beat Imus by 1.5 points.
He becomes number one. They throw a AC/DC concert in New York, which never really happened, but Allison has the baby, and they live happily ever after.
Well,
until he leaves her in the future and has a new wife, and everything else changes. But
that was what.
But he's been in bed for a while now.
Yeah, that's a very long epilogue.
They got together, I think, 78 till like 2006 or something. So I mean, that's a pretty good run.
Well, yeah.
And she got tired of his bullshit.
And I figured all the kids were probably growing up by then.
Yeah.
So he had what, 3 kids together?
I think so.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Well, it was funny because I was actually watching Brian Johnson, the singer from AC/DC, on their podcast, on his radio show or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And then like apparently like Brian was saying, like, whenever they were filming that scene, like the guy walked by and they were trying to like explain to him where all these explosions were, and he was just like, it was just one in one ear, out the other. I was just like, yeah, whatever. And then he was like, so I almost got blown up because I didn't realize where the pyro was or whatever. And then Betty said she was trying to get some direction from Brian, trying to like see like where they wanted Howard to go and where they were coming from or whatever. And then so Howard was trying to talk to him. And then she's like, what the fuck did he say? And he's like, I'm friends with Brian, but I have no idea. He's like, so I'll go over to Angus thinking, like maybe he's the one to talk to about everything. And so I'm like, Angus, you want me to stand here? And which side you guys coming from? And he's like, brains ain't me forte, mate. I don't know. He's like, well, fuck. All right. He's like, we'll just wing it then.
You should me all night long.
Like 2 of the takes that the track wasn't playing because they were playing like just like the recorded version, and then 2 of the tracks like they didn't play the track like the tape, and it was just actually them playing, and like the crowd couldn't tell the difference. Like that's how, I mean, AC/DC sounded like that in '97. They sound the same today.
I mean, they're one of the loudest bands ever. One of the loudest bands ever, man.
Their recorded shit sounds as good as their live shit.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. AC/DC is one of the greatest bands of all time. You always know
They are, and they're one of the luckiest bands of all time. Because who can find another singer that sounds just like the original singer?
He doesn't, though.
I mean, he does in a way.
No,
he has that little bit of voice.
No, he really doesn't. But they're. I mean, it's like an asshole for that, but like, no, they really don't. And that's kind of the beauty of it, though, is like you have like the first half of Bon Scott, and I love the Bon Scott years. That's everybody's kind of the same way. But then you have all this great shit with Brian, and you get 2 different versions. It's not like that fucking Van Hagar bullshit.
Right. That's what I mean, though. Like you like they got lucky.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because there's so many.
Like if Guns N' Roses got a new singer, that shit was garbage.
Yeah, it's like any of their tours, where Axl's like, oh, I'm not going to be on this tour, and they end up getting somebody to replace him. It always ends up being like, oh, this is half-ass. There's very few times where a band loses their lead singer, and that's they're known for, and then picks up another one and is able to replicate the success that they had with the first one
and satisfy the fans.
Yeah,
and AC/DC is probably one of my first big bands I've seen. It was like them and the Brian Seltzer trio.
No shit,
Stray Cat shit.
I would have loved to
back in like '99ish, maybe '98,
man,
somewhere in there.
I used to, me and a few of my friends, whenever we were getting ready to go get in a fight, we would listen to AC/DC. That was just kind of, it's just, I mean, there's just, it's always that same pulsating beat and that like, it's great. You always what you're going to get, man. Love it.
And their live show hasn't changed, and they're fucking like 65, 70 years old.
Well, I saw them on the last go around. I took my dad because he's a big fan.
Years ago, right?
No, that was last year, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think I posted this in our group chat or whatever. Ended up getting tickets for $6.
Yeah.
That was insane to me. That the AC, you could get ACD tickets for $6 down here at FedEx Field to see them because it's just they didn't sell. But I'd seen them years before up in Detroit, and it was one of the best concerts I've been to. But this time around, you can tell all the stuff that Brian's been through. He's just not the same, and he was struggling to kind of keep up and everything like that. So it was kind of hard to see it.
He wasn't even supposed to be touring.
Yeah,
I mean, he said, "Fuck it," They had Axel with him for a while, and it was all right for what I heard. But Brian was like, "You know what? Fuck it, I'm going to do it. I'm not getting any fucking younger." You know?
They're definitely not the same as they used to be. Obviously, after all these years. But Angus is a fucking beast, dude. If you ever see, that guy just goes on and on. He must be a fucking robot because he can just go out there and play that guitar and duck walk everywhere and just like nonstop. He would do like a 25-minute guitar solo, and
it's probably all like muscle memory by this point.
Yeah, but I mean, at that age, I was so impressed by him. And another one, whenever the Rolling Stones toured a few years back, I saw Mick Jagger just had I think a heart. I don't know, it was a heart attack or some kind of heart surgery.
Yeah,
and then they ended up going on tour after that, and you couldn't tell a difference. I mean, Mick Jagger came out there and they rocked for like a good 75, 80 minutes or something like that. And you could not tell that this man at this age just had like heart surgery or whatever he had. And I was so like, those are the two times I've been so impressed was with Mick Jagger and with Angus. So,
I was never a big Stones fan, but I wouldn't mind seeing the Stones live just because of that factor that like they're technically in there with one of the greatest rock bands of all time.
Oh,
but I don't know. I've always thought they were just kind of overrated, kind of like Aerosmith.
Well, Aerosmith's a whole new thing. Aerosmith, fuck the singer. The band's great. But when it comes down to what band were we talking about?
Rolling Stones.
Keith Richards, Mick Jagger, lifers. Those guys, they're just going to just keep going and keep going. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah. Keith's never going to die.
And AC/DC, regardless of how Brian Johnson sounds now and all that, like, you know what? Fuck it. They're still out there doing it. They lost Malcolm a few years ago, and they're still out there fucking doing what they got to do. Like, I nothing but respect,
Yeah,
right.
Legends, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, didn't you said you didn't like Bob Dylan, right, Chuck?
No, I like Bob Dylan.
I don't like Bob Dylan.
I knew it was somebody, but like seeing him, like I like Bob Dylan. It's funny because he's probably the closest thing to like folksy country shit that I'll listen to.
Blood on the Tracks. That's a damn good album.
Yeah, we saw him at Mountaineer Stadium at their basketball stadium, like probably in 2000 or something like that. Like I love seeing like a lot of the older guys, like a lot of like the guys that pretty much helped lay the pavement for the rock industry.
I mean, shit, dude. Last year I got to see Alice Cooper and Judas Priest.
Cooper's another one, puts on a great show still.
Oh yeah. The lifers, man. Gotta give it up. Gotta have respect. 100%. AC/DC.
I still want to go see Guns N' Roses, even though they're not Guns N' Roses. But
but
Axl sounds better than he did when he already first came back. So I mean, he's working on it, I guess.
Yeah. better than Vince Neil. We'll just say that. Yeah. But yeah, no, and also AC/DC, the Maximum Overdrive soundtrack is nonstop AC/DC because Stephen King loves AC/DC.
And The Last Action Hero.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Big guns, #1. Big guns kick the hell out of you. Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my favorites, man. That's a damn good soundtrack too, man.
It is.
All I know is I feel like it would have been the fucking awesomest thing to be in that Thunderstruck video, where it's just like they have that whole wall of fans, and oh my gosh, dude! Every time I see that video, I'm like, man, I wish I could have been there, man. Because I guarantee, because when you do like any type of movie or any type of film shoot or anything like that, it's just hours and hours of the same stuff over and over again because they got to get all kinds of different shots from different angles and everything like that. And I guarantee that all those people there, all those fans, rocked out every single minute of every hour that they did that and had a blast.
Oh yeah, they were all pissed drunk, probably. Of course.
Oh, they pissed drunk.
Well, it was funny too because like with like the AC/DC shit at the end of Private Parts, Howard Stern said he couldn't really say that they were going to be there because they didn't want like 1 million people to show up.
Yeah.
So like whenever he announced the band or whatever, and they actually came out, he said the fucking crowd went crazy, and then they basically got a free concert from AC/DC that day.
I mean, I'm okay with that.
Right.
Fuck yeah, man. Give it up to fucking AC/DC. You know, one of the greatest rock bands of all time.
Hall of Famers.
And they made perfect sense to be the band that's in this movie too. You know, because they were always rebels too. They kind of went against what everybody was telling them to do. Perfect band mixes well with Howard Stern and his mindset, at least at that time. You know,
right?
Sure.
Yeah. Howard Stern is rocking. He was rock and roll.
Just sucks he had to bail out early. He's like fucking her water broke, so we got to go.
That'd be really, you know how shitty that'd be almost. It's like, God damn it.
That was their first kid though, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
yeah,
it would have been good, I guess, because they lost the first one.
Yeah.
So he'd been like, fuck it, we're out.
I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, you know.
Baba Booey.
Baba Booey.
So there you have it, man.
Well, I actually did see, so Allison, like the real Allison, and then also Fred's wife played receptionists at WNBC.
Yes.
Like in the movie.
Yes.
So that was pretty cool too. I'm like, all right. But I will say that Mary McCormick's way more attractive than Howard's real wife, Allison.
Hey now.
I said it.
Allison's pretty too, though. But I agree. And more my, yeah.
I was trying to figure out what all movies she played in recently, and I was like, fuck, man, she was Paulie's mom in Vicious.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't even notice that.
I got to go back and do some research.
Some of the Vicious movie that came out recently?
Yeah. One that came out last year.
The one that I watched like not too long ago?
Yeah, like one of your top 3.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't my top 3, but it was in my honorable mentions.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Good
there
one.
you have it.
Mm-hmm.
There you have it. Private Parts.
Good pick, Chucky.
Thank you.
We've talked about doing this for quite some time now, along with a lot of other movies, but we're slowly getting some of the ones we've been talking about checked off the list.
Well, I was also like, what can I pick that is a little?
Well, I thought for sure we were doing Big Money Hustlers.
It might happen one of these days, but no,
There's 3 more months to go.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, we got to figure out how we're going to be picking movies or whatever the fuck, we're changing that up or whatever. Besides the point. But yeah, I want to do something a little different than usual. You know, throw you for a loop. So I figure one of my favorite comedies. I figure you all would appreciate
Anytime
it.
you don't pick a horror movie, it throws us out of the loop.
I know. Yeah. I almost picked Hard Target, and then I was like, no, we're going to go.
I remember the day you picked Whiplash. I was like, the fuck?
Well, as a drummer, I mean, that makes.
Well, I know. I mean, it made sense, but it just still caught me off guard.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Damn good movie, too. Damn good movie.
It is.
Yeah. But yeah, man, fun little biopic, Private Parts. And like I said, it highlights a lot of the stuff that happened before the 90s, whenever we got acclimated to Howard Stern and his comedy and his show and everything like that. One of the legends, the king of media.
Yep.
Joe Rogan's trying to give it a run, but I don't think he's going to catch up ever. Howard Stern's been doing it for decades. Even though it's not what it used to be, he's still out there. The show, infamous, man. All
Push
the
limits.
we couldn't. We'd be here for months trying to go. You know, if we talked about all the different bits that happened over the years, all the different characters, so many great interviews with people. You know, he's able to kind of disarm people and talk about stuff that you can't go on Letterman or Jay Leno or nowadays Jimmy Fallon or Jimmy Kimmel and talk about these kind of topics, about sex and all this crazy stuff like he would, and it would give you a different kind of side. It would, like I said, it would disarm the celebrity into, just kind of being open and honest and not having to worry about, I can't say this or say that. A guy that never had any filter and was willing to go out there and risk it all. And, he bet on himself and he won. And
sure did.
There's never going to be another Howard Stern. That's for sure.
Yeah, man.
Definitely not.
Much love for Howard.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, there you have it, folks. That's Private Parts. Now it's time to see the clip of the week this week and to see if we're still on the air next week. Once it plays, depending on if we get smacked by some copyright shit. Let's see what we got here.
Hey, now.
Hey,
that was quick.
Just missed it.
And I know what I'm watching after we get done.
Oh my God.
Flatfoot in Egypt.
Fuck was that?
I can't do it. That's horrible. But that was funny.
That was good shit right there. Has my name written all over it for shit that I watch.
Of course.
Random nonsense.
Right up your alley.
Right up that alley.
Let's run some ads and then we'll see what Mike has picked out for us for next week.
Hey everybody, Laser Trading Company is on YouTube. See some of the videos from Mike's travels and experiences. If you haven't already, please head over and subscribe. 7,800 and growing. Thank you all. Laser Trading Company is also available on eBay with various merchandise and collectibles. Hundreds of great gift ideas. That's Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company.
You bit off a little more nasty than you could chew. Now you gotta deal with all the nasty coming down your throat.
Hey now.
The nasties.
What about that Of Flesh and Metal cover? Is that not killer? Hey, there we go.
That's pretty dope.
The last couple of days we've gotten a lot of good reviews on that book. So
I just ordered mine today.
People are understanding it. They're getting it. I don't have a physical copy yet, but I can't wait. We're very proud of that book. It's if you're a fan of 80s, horror, sci-fi kind of stuff, man, it's right up your alley. So
yeah, we gotta
a lot of people are getting really getting it. Take Halloween 3, Graveyard Shift, some Bentley Little, and mix it with some Trauma, and there you go, Of Flesh and Metal.
A little bit of Assault on Precinct 13.
Yeah, I guess it is actually. Yeah.
Tamara said she hasn't seen the movie here for our clip, but she definitely would want to just for shits and grins.
Flatfoot
He also says that your cover is badass.
Hell yeah, thank you. Well, actually, how fat of a book is that? Let me see.
Well, that's none of your goddamn business.
It's girthy.
Okay, all right, nice.
Not too girthy, but it's girthy.
It's got some thickness.
Okay. Hell yeah. That's Evil Cookie Publishing. K-Trap did an awesome job on that cover. And
yeah.
I highly recommend that everybody go check that out. And also check out of 24 Hours of Violence. It should be on Amazon soon. Physical copies, but you can go to Godless. Check that out. And also, Robert Essig has a book coming out that also has to do with violence. I think it's called In the Hours of Violence or whatever.
In the Heat of the Night?
Huh?
They call me Mr.
Tibbs.
What? But yeah.
In the Heat of the Night, man. You don't remember that? But yeah, Robert Essig. Go ahead. I don't know if Dave's got his stuff in the stuff below, but you should. Anyway, Robert Essig, go check him out. Facebook, give him a like, subscribe.
Oh, yeah.
He's been on the show a few times. Got to have him on again here shortly.
Oh, yeah. He definitely wants to come back on. Yeah. Everyone should go check out Robert, man. He's good. Broth House is one of my favorites, and he's actually up for a Splatterpunk Award this year for his book Disco Rice, which is a nasty little story, but it's a fun one. So you should check that out as well.
There you have
it. Yeah. Well, there you have it. So, Mike, what do you want to do next week?
Well, it's been about 40 years since this film came out, and it's a classic. It's one that I haven't seen in a while, but I always loved it growing up. And I think we're gonna have a little bit of fun going back and revisiting it. None other than Short Circuit, the original Short Circuit. Johnny Five is alive.
Johnny Five still alive. Yeah, dude, that's one of my favorites as a kid.
Hell yeah!
Awesome. Hell yeah, I'm cool with that.
Game one. I was just watching Short Circuit and Short Circuit 2 over on EOM Reacts on YouTube.
I'm definitely going to go back and watch Short Circuit 2 as well. So if you want to check that out, be my guest, because I'm sure it'll come up as well. But yeah, Short Circuit.
I think I'm going to make my kids watch it. Actually,
have they seen it before?
They have never seen it before.
Ooh,
so they're both really good fucking movies.
I think their love for animatronics, I think they're going to like it actually. So. Well, Five Nights at Freddy's shit, so.
Your mama was a snowblower.
I always love the Short Circuit movies, but they have those moments where you're just like in tears.
You love Short Circuit. Fucking Ali Sheedy, man.
Yeah.
The Gooch.
Gutenberg, yeah. It's going to be fun. 40 years, Short Circuit. Come check it out on the Video Store Clerks podcast next week, live. Tuesday, 10 p.m.
Oh, yeah. Very nice.
Well, there you have it, folks. Short Circuit next week on the 20th. Mike's birthday pick, which technically is his pick because we're still kind of doing the dealer stores things.
The month after Mike's birthday pick.
It's fine. And actually, it's not. It's only 3 weeks.
That's okay. Tonight, we're celebrating Mr. Nasty. Again, happy birthday, Chuck. You made it this far. We'll see how much farther you can make it.
Salute, Chuck.
Hey, you know,
42. Even though I'm going on 45. So, congrats.
Thank you. I've surpassed death many times in my life, and it's good to say that I'm 42. So
it's weird, right?
It's so fucking weird.
I never thought I'd hit 30, let alone my 40s.
Well, I at one time in my life, I didn't have anything to live for, and I've got my kids, and that's the only reason why I care to live at the time. So
it's a good reason to be around.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. That and doing this, because we wouldn't know what to do without you.
It's just true. I'm pretty amazing.
You are. You piss excellence. It's a good time.
I piss excellence. I'm just the most amazing motherfucker anybody could ever meet. And it's, people are jealous, and it's okay.
Chuck's the Trump of our podcast, but he's not an asshole. I mean,
I'm a great guy. I'm a wonderful guy. I do good things. Wonderful. Make great jokes. Wonderful jokes. Do a great job. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, so next week we got Short Circuit. The week after that, I don't know what we're doing yet, so you don't either. Even though if I did, we probably wouldn't tell you because we like to do a week by week.
Little surprise.
So again, I'd like to thank all of our subscribers, old and new. Keep racking us out. Let us know what you want us to watch. We'll keep doing it. We do it for you.
Keep racking us out.
The fact that our subscribers keep growing, keep us pushing on to do this thing with or without our fearless leader, David.
Ooga, David.
Hopefully Dave's back next week. If not, then I guess it'll just be the three amigos here.
Well, you're gonna have to figure out how to make that fucking pillow talk.
Hey, Chad, can you make it a puppet and start doing some ventriloquist acts? You do
a little sock puppet.
That'd be hilarious.
Speaking of, we forgot to mention. Remember whenever you did the puppet show for the old people, and they're like falling asleep, and he starts humping the other one. Oh yeah, give it to me. And everybody
they get interested real quick. They're like, "What the fuck is going on?" Abso-fucking-lutely. There we go.
Thanks for tuning in to WVSC.
WVSC.
So we are your video store clerks. Thank you again for stopping by. We will see you next Tuesday.
Hey now.
Yeah.
Ooga.
It's 11:42 and it is 37 degrees outside.
Only thing on my mind, Gene. Pussy.